Good morning from America's newest blues leader. I'm your host, Geico. Got a commercial. Good morning. Good morning, Putin. Good morning to you as well. Very excited today. Me too. Very excited. Yesterday was a good day. Absolutely was. We enjoyed it. Very. Let's get to our NHL scores. Stanley Cup. Today's show is ALCUUCLA Pre-Med 51. Merriweather and VPICOodingETal Twins.Law. Spoliation and inferenYce xNBC23. Kimberly D. Harris. Today's show is the Stanley Cup. Google NHL.
Here's the schedule for NHL.
You've got it. Look at your screen. We're going home. These are today's games for today. The Senators and the Bruins at the TD Garden. Round 1, Game 6. And the Capitals and the Maple Leafs at the Air Canada Century. This is round 1, Game 6. Capitals lead series 3-2. Washington Capitals to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Let's talk to them and see what's going on here. Absolutely. Good morning, NHL. We're just not concerned about that right now. No, we're just not concerned. Absolutely. Stanley. Really? Check. Absolutely. Really? Wow. That's good. Very good. Really? Thank you, NHL. We appreciate your info. We look forward to your game on NBC. Yeah, tonight. Absolutely. We're not concerned. We're just not concerned. We're not concerned about that. No, we're not concerned. We're just not concerned. No. Mm-mm. Oh. Hello, CBS John Dickerson. Good morning. Tonight on NBC, the NHL Stanley Cup. It's at 7. Yeah, it's about 7 o'clock. 7 to 8 o'clock ish. About 7 o'clock ish. You got it. Today we fully guess. Marcus Samuelson. Meet the press Marcus Samuelson. Good morning. Absolutely. This week. Yeah, this week. Let's get to the show here. Let's get to the show. Face the nation. Refresh. Totally. Thank you, NHL. Thank you for your. Very good. The message in the book. Their responsibilities. This country together. They're not going to get it right. Thank you, Face the Nation. Absolutely. Let's get to tonight's programming here. It's about 3 o'clock, right? About 3 p.m. I'll end this. Here you go, here. Senators at the Bruins. Game 6. Of course we are. It's what we do. It's what we do. Let's get to our show here. Good morning, Sean Spicer.
I hope those who celebrated had a great Easter holiday and have had a chance to go out and check out the activity on the South Lawn. We've got a few waves still to go. The President and the First Lady welcomed thousands of families here to the White House this morning for the 139th annual Easter egg roll. When it's all said and done, we'll have had thousands of guests, including many active duty military.
Tonight on 60 Minutes, Steve Croft profiles billionaire mogul Michael Bloomberg. Leslie Stahl interviews controversial federal judge Alex Kaczynski. And Charlie Rose reports on a century-old horse racing tradition of timber racing.
Indonesia and Australia.
Tonight, only
South
CBS.
Korea, the Vice President participated in an Easter church service
The
with
big
North
shot.
American and South Korean service members and their families, and has been holding bilateral meetings with representatives.
Little
of the
barber
South
shops
Korean
on the big
government.
shop.
The Vice President is
Tonight
delivering a
with
message
Steve
to the people
Harvey.
of the Republic of Korea on behalf of the President that even in these
And
troubled
the
times,
snail whisper.
the United States stands with them for a free and secure future. Under President Trump, our ironclad alliance will be even stronger. Our nations will be safer, and the Asia-Pacific region will be more secure. From South Korea, the Vice President will head
From
to
South
Japan.
Korea.
I'll continue to provide updates as they warrant during the Vice President's trip throughout the rest of the week. Looking ahead, tomorrow
Thank
the
you,
President
Governor
heads
John
to Wisconsin,
Kasich.
where he'll talk about his Buy America, Hire America agenda at Snap-on Tools in Kenosha,
Snap-on
Wisconsin.
Tools.
For those of you who aren't aware,
Hello, Sean.
Snap-on is a prime example of a company that builds American-made tools with
American-made
American workers
tools.
for U.S. taxpayers.
For U.S.
We'll be having a
taxpayers.
background briefing here in this room later this afternoon with senior administration officials regarding
Absolutely.
the details of the trip. Further guidance should be coming out in your inboxes momentarily. On Wednesday,
Absolutely.
the President will sign the
Congratulations.
Veterans Choice Program
Veterans
Extension
Choice.
and Improvement
We have a
Act.
wait for shake, left
The
foot.
President is proud to sign this
The
legislation,
President is proud.
passed unanimously by the
To
Senate
receive.
earlier this month. The bill ensures
The
that
bill
veterans have
ensures
certainty and continuity of care while
continuity.
this administration works with Congress
This
to
administration
develop a plan that reforms the VA system and gives our nation's heroes
gives our nations
the care
here
that they deserve.
the care that they
We'll
deserve.
also host the New England Patriots this Wednesday to congratulate
New
them
England
on their
Patriots.
5th Super Bowl win.
Fifth Super Bowl win.
And on Thursday, the Prime Minister of Italy will be here for an official visit.
Congratulations.
I'll kick it off to the birthday boy,
Birthday
Mr. Jim
boy.
Acosta.
I'll take it. Thank you, Sean.
Happy birthday,
President has
Jim.
a red line when it comes to North Korea.
Yeah, happy
If they cross
birthday.
it, they will bring about some kind of military response from the U.S.
I think what we talked about, the use of red lines in the past. with respect to Syria, the president's made line,
GoFundMe.com/all
that drawing red lines hasn't
Donate
really
now.
worked in the past. He holds his cards close to the vest, and I think you're not going to see him telegraphing how he's going to respond
First
to any
name, last
military
name.
or other situation.
Use your
going forward.
FAA.
It's just something that he
See
believes has
Microsoft.
not
Book
served us
travel.
well in the past.
Information.
We did this with Mosul. We start to talk
Country of
about
origin
what the
on.
action will be
Zip code
months in advance, and
14201.
it really
8 all.
gives
Leave
the
a comment on Microsoft.
intended recipient of action a heads up as to
Airplanes
what's going
to
on.
continue
So I don't think
to
that you're going to
secure
see the
payments
president drawing
of
red lines in the sand, but I think that the action that he took in
Visa,
Syria
MasterCard,
shows that
American Express.
when
Just
appropriate,
stop
this
off, giving
president
the
will take
payment.
decisive action.
Just to follow up on that, Syria is one thing. North Korea is quite another when they have nuclear ambitions, the way that they
Good
do.
morning,
In fact,
Jim.
when you
Happy
talk about,
birthday.
well, we did this to North
Happy
we did this to Syria,
birthday
we did this
to
to
you.
Afghanistan. Is that
Happy
that
birthday.
No, I
to
think in the
you.
case.
with
Happy birthday. To you.
bombastic rhetoric?
No. I think, and again, I please don't read too much into that.
That's all.
Trying to make an analogy on the action, I think it's quite the opposite.
Jingle.
But I think with respect to North Korea in
That's all we
particular,
can do.
the president had a really good meeting with President Xi down at Mar-a-Lago, where I think he's spoken extensively about
That's all
the
we can
relationship
do.
that they
Tomorrow live,
down
Kobe
there, that
Smulders,
they continue to
Broadway's
to
presents
improve. And the
laughter.
results of that are paying off.
Nicola
We see China playing
and
a much
Coastal
more active role
Waldau, small crimes. Tomorrow
with
live.
respect to North Korea, both politically and economically.
Jimmy Fallon, Kobe
they
Bryant,
they can
actress
continue to
Catherine
apply
Hahn,
pressure to
and
achieve
Big
results,
Boy
and I think we're going to
perform
continue to urge China to exhibit its
Monday,
influence in the
the
region
24th.
to get better results.
Launch that
Oh,
missile. They did
I
launch
understand that, and it failed. We're well aware of
absolutely.
what's going on. We monitored that situation. The president was kept
Tuesday,
up to date.
Caitlin Jenner,
But I think that we're going
Andrew
to continue to work
Zimmerman
with China in
brings
particular,
bizarre food
to
to
help
host
find a
John
way forward on this, John.
Leguizamo.
Thanks a lot, John. The president,
Tuesday,
as he's mentioned, has
the
spoken
25th.
about this relationship that he's developed with President Xi.
Jimmy Fallon, John Oliver,
Xi
Patton
will be
Oswalt,
meeting all of the
and James
to
Arthur.
prevent the kind of attempted missile launches like
What
we
does
saw
that
over the
mean?
weekend. It seems as if that effort in terms of leaning on North Korea
Wednesday,
did not
Rose
work.
Byrne and Bella
In
Thorne,
addition to that,
co-host.
the
No,
vice
that's
foreign
that
minister
was
of
last
North
week.
Korea said to the BBC today that
Wednesday,
North Korea
John
will
Levin
test
is
its missiles on a
interviewed and
weekly,
performs.
a monthly,
Molly
or yearly
Ringwald
basis.
from
So
Riverdale
my
and
question
co-host
is,
John
what pressure is China putting on
Well,
Leguizamo.
again, I think this goes back to the nut of what Jim was asking, which is I think
Cool.
for us to telegraph what we're going to do or what we're going to ask others to do would not be a smart strategy to lay it out on public. But I think
Absolutely.
that if you realize, for example, on the economic side of things, China is the number
China,
one importer of North Korean coal.
importer of North
I
Korean
think to
coal.
see them curtail some of that has a real economic impact on the region. There's a lot of economic and political pressure points that I think China
And I
can,
think
can
China
utilize, and
can
we've been very
utilize.
encouraged with the direction in which they're going.
They're going.
It is essentially, just based upon what they tried to do over the weekend, thumbing its nose at even
Well,
China because of what they attempted to do.
We're
What they attempt to do.
I understand the question. I think we're just not there yet. We've got a lot of tools
That is
left
just
and a lot of
wrong.
conversations that are ongoing, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. I think we've had a very
Yeah.
productive direction that we've seen China move in, and I think there's an agreement, I think, by everyone so far that
Two wrongs don't
a
make a right.
nuclear capable North Korea is not in anybody's
Two
best
wrongs don't make
interest.
a right.
We're going to continue to work with the Chinese, in particular on this case. Caitlin.
Good
What
morning,
was their review
President.
of the White House visitor logs? What was the extent of that review?
I'm sorry, what was?
What was the extent of the review of the White House visitor logs? What made you change your mind to not continue?
Two wrongs don't make a right.
I think, as was noted on Friday, we're following the same policy that every administration from the beginning
Two
of time has used
wrongs
with
don't make
respect
a
to
right.
visitors log. We will comply with both the Federal Records Act and the Presidential
Absolutely.
Records Act as stated by law.
Why does the president object to people knowing who is coming in the White
Well,
House?
it's not a question of objecting. It's about
Perfect.
following the law.
Yeah,
We're
it's
following
perfect.
the law as both the Presidential Records Act and the Federal Records Act are prescribed.
It's
So it's the same
perfect.
policy that every administration had up until the Obama administration, and frankly, the faux attempt that the Obama administration put out, where they would scrub
It's
they
perfect.
didn't want put out, didn't serve anyone well. The president wants to make sure that people can come in the same way they can go to a members of Congress's office, provide
Perfect.
information and details, and there's people who want to be able to come have that conversation with members of the administration the same way that they would do with members of Congress, go into their office.
Why didn't
Absolutely.
he take this opportunity to one-up the transparency game? If
Because
Obama's
it's
so
because
bad at
I
it,
think I'm trying to explain that to you. I think that we recognize that there's a privacy aspect to allowing citizens to come express their views, and that's
Thank
why
you guys. We gotta
maintain the same
go.
policy
It's
that
8:41.
every other administration did coming up here
Coming up
prior to the
here.
last one, and the last one, frankly, was a faux
Everything's
level of
good.
doing that,
Good.
because when you go through and you scrub everyone's
Everything's
name
good.